Hey everybody, it's a new year and get ready for a new life because you can get it right here this January. I'm going to give you all the information. I am Gary, the vegan carburetor on YouTube. Been here 6 years. Will be 6 years in 2 weeks. I like to wait for people to show up because I don't want them to miss anything. Yep. I'm going to be covering all the things I'm going to go through an outline of what I'll be covering all January. Now we got some people coming in. How's it going, everybody? How's the sound? How is the color? We're going to be escaping the diet matrix together. We're going to be taking the journey. All January. Oh, okay. So it's January 1st. I will be making lots of videos. At least one a day, I guess. That's the plan. See how that goes. Okay. Yeah, so today is Tuesday, isn't it? Yesterday was a busy day. There's some news that happened yesterday. And we could get more in today, even though that's not what this video is about. Anytime we could get a notification. But I don't know. Casey was real unclear about how much he was going to post. I just really don't know if he's going to post today. If he happens to do that, I will cover it. But for now, we're going to get into the matrix. What exactly is the diet matrix? It's also known as the food matrix. This is a construct. It is what you were born into. When you're first born, you enter into a false reality. And that is a construction, basically, of our society. The things that were created, anything that's not nature. I'm hydrating up with water. Yep. For those of you just that are new to my channel or didn't watch yesterday, that That was an inside joke. I have a lot of those. Some people just might think I'm, someone like Bart or Tristan. They're always saying crazy stuff. Okay, back to the topic now. The diet matrix is where you stay and grow up in, unless some kind of unusual event happens where you run into a glitch. You can see the matrix. Oh yes. And even when you see it, that doesn't mean you can get out of it. Most people today are still in the matrix, and they don't realize it. Then there's people who can see that they're in a matrix. Out of those people, maybe only 10% of them actually get out of it. Well, what causes that? Well, the other 90% are still tricked by an illusion within the matrix. That makes them appear that they are out of it. Now, do you see the way paleo people, low carbers act? Especially if you know Bart and the way he acts. The more I watch him, I notice he really has this aura to him of him really having the answers, and he doesn't. But he is fooling a lot of people that are following him. They want to make him the leader, and wow, it's a bad situation with that group there. It's we got some comments coming in from my viewers. I want to check those out. Nutrition Twitter is especially silly this new year. Lee Prince, there's not going to be no wall. It's not going to happen. There's no wall. Trump has trapped himself with this fake wall. Your inside jokes are just to yourself, though. That's the same guy who thinks there's going to be a wall. Hello, everyone. Seems like Bobby Perspective, the next to go ex-vegan. Oh, yes. If I had more time in my life, I would have gotten into that more. I did leave some comments, though, on his videos. I don't know. You can see this. You can see it happening. And the carnivores are over there with their army. You can see it. The army is there. I coined that term. And some people might think, oh, that's, you're just seeing things, like labeling some group. No one takes it seriously. But you can see that they exist, And they're marching to that channel. They see somebody who can be swayed. Because he's kind of like the vegetable police. He's tried almost every diet out there. You got to wonder about those people. Now, you might be thinking that that's a good way to get out of the matrix. Just try everything. Maybe so in theory, but really that's more of a sign of someone who can see the opening. Open the door. That's what we're doing here. Somewhere within January, watching this channel, you're going to be able to open that door. I'll show you exactly where it is. But a person like Bobby, who's tried everything, almost everything, they probably heard the information already that I'll be giving you. Which means they didn't want to take it. And there's always a situation where people hear, they don't hear enough information. They hear just partial information. And that happens a lot on the internet, and that's basically the reason why I'm here, why this channel exists. Because the information isn't being put out right. More comments. Yeah, hello, hello. Vegans are dropping like flies. No, they're not. See, that's one of those myths that's on the internet. It's all over the place. See, that right there is part of the matrix that keeps you in it. It's really tough. Meat militia, yeah. If you ever hear someone using the term meat militia, which is becoming more popular, it was heard here first. I coined that term. I made it up a couple weeks ago. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. The sound will still be okay. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the... Let's watch Gary live troll the low carbers on Twitter. I haven't had much time for that. Oh, wow. My other video that I'm going to put up today is about getting out of the matrix. I focus on dieting because it's first, and it is focusing on Boogie, who, if I move myself out of the way here, you can see his notification just popped up. His video. I thought he'd make a video today. It's up now. I have to get back in control. My plan for 2019. I just realized something. Should I cover his video? I was going to. I will be covering his videos, but I didn't plan to do it today. But his video just popped up. Huh. So what I would do here is, man, I could alter the name of my video that I'm on right now. It's having some trouble here. Boogie is that fat guy there. He's one of the most popular people on YouTube. And he should not still be fat after what he's done. He thought he found the solution in surgery. And I said, I made multiple videos about it, telling him to stop and listen to me. And you know, when you're real popular, you got a whole bunch of people wanting to get your attention. So I don't know if I ever got his attention. So my title here, the time is now. Boogie? To escape this diet matrix bullcrap that he is still in after all these years. He's even tried the type of diet I recommend. He did hear about the opening out of the diet matrix, and he couldn't get through. That's just a joke. But he has psychological problems. His video. Now, if we could get
that Amazon hack that
if we could get a whole bunch of people to do what I'm doing, a lot of people together working as a team, like an army. Here's the video.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie 2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. Sammy sleeping in my arms today. This is my rambling series. This is my vlogging series in which I talk about myself, my life, the universe, things around us, things that are particularly interesting to me.
So this video will be his new diet he is starting today.
And if you enjoy that kind of content, I hope that you tune into every single video and the first video of 2019, which means we did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we survived 2018, which I'm just going to be honest with you, going into 2018, I didn't think I would. I certainly didn't think I would have a YouTube channel left by now. I didn't think that anyone would care what I have to say about video games or my life or anything else by now. But beyond that, I didn't know that I would still be breathing air and waking up every day. I genuinely didn't. Here's the thing. A lot of people believed that too. There were 4chan threads aplenty, including polls and pools, betting pools about when I would finally off myself, when I would finally have a heart attack.
Oh, I didn't think of that. But he predicted it himself, that he says he only has like 5 years left, and he wants to improve those years with the surgery, which he did. He did lose plenty of weight. But I say you do not have to settle for just 5 years, which is now 3.5. You just don't have to settle for that. Pull your head out of the diet matrix. Boogie?
Whoever bet in that, you lose. I don't know where the money's going. I recommend St. Jude. It's a great cherry. It's anti-cancer. If that money for those pools is just going in your pocket, I think that's rude. Donate it to St. Jude's. I don't think they were actual pools. Here's the thing about the people.
Okay, Boogie, move
Because
on.
they were afraid I wasn't going to lose the weight. They were afraid that I was going to stagnate. They were.
No, I wasn't afraid. I deduced you weren't going to lose the weight, and I was right. Half the weight you did not lose. He's still in the obese category, which means he could have a heart attack, or he could have a lot of things.
Were afraid that I wasn't going to be successful, and they have every right to do that. I'm more than grateful for that kind of criticism, genuinely, honestly. I understand it. So, that said, I want to talk to you about 2019 and my plans for 2019.
Wow, he already has 2,000 views. See, I didn't get here early enough. That's how popular he is. So I'm leaving a comment here right now, and I could use some help boosting this comment. So get over to his channel if you so are inclined. Help give my comment a thumbs up here. This is what we got to do. Man. To make a difference in the world. I have the answer. Escape the diametrics. Mate. And I'll be, you know, as I react to this video, you're going to see what's wrong. Posting the comment. So I'll help you go over there. Oh, I can also grab his link here. So one more thing to do here. And so go back over to the control room. I can continue playing this video while I'm doing that.
I'm not going to call them resolutions, because resolutions, John Green said this earlier on YouTube today, resolutions are more like wishes, and I'm not going to make any wishes. I'm going.
And I say something similar in the video that I didn't get around to getting up today. It'll be later today, like 2 hours after I get off the air here. Resolutions don't work. But I have something bigger to say. You know, he's going to say some BS here about how, oh no, it's not a resolution. Boogie, it's January 1st. What is it?
To make plans, and then I'm going to make those plans happen. So plan number one is I need to start
he is
getting
deluded.
these teeth taken care of.
He's been trying to do this for so many years.
Are looking toward implants.
Get a clue here.
The problem is it's very expensive.
You can't force
now,
this.
Please keep in mind, that's not me asking for money or help or anything like that. I have the money. I have access to the money, and if I didn't, I would have access to the care credit anyway. I have access to it. I have dental insurance as well. But we're looking at like $50,000 to do these teeth. That seems very self-centered, narcissistic, and vain, when I could just do dentures probably just as well. Or to be honest with you, I could probably get a few more years out of this gnarly grill that I currently have going on. And I don't really care about the looks. I don't. What I do worry about is the comfort. They are very painful. And I do.
Okay, we'll skip ahead here. So I posted a link to his video.
Money. That would change somebody's life. That's two years pay for a lot of people.
In his... over there is... Oh no, over here is where you can find the link to his video. Do one thing the most important thing. Find my comment and give it a thumbs up. So somebody, at least somebody, will see that comment.
Kill me. So I worry about that, but when it comes to the rest of it, it just seems so silly. It does. That's a lot of money. That could pay off the rest of my house. That could buy me a Tesla. That could, I mean, that's a lot of money. That would change somebody's life. That's two years' pay for a lot of people that are my friends. I don't know. It's a ridiculous amount of money just for teeth.
Yeah. I see what he's talking about. That's what I thought. I've looked into this myself, and it's a lot of money just to make your teeth look better. When it's just cosmetic, it doesn't help anything. And yeah, that's where I'm at too. The money could go to better uses. Okay, moving on.
But I will say there is another investment that I really want to make this year, and that's to get a cosmetic surgery known as a penectomy. And what this...
We don't need to hear about that. We can guess what that is.
A lot of that loose skin is just now...
Yeah.
When I'm sleeping, it's uncomfortable. And now the biggest issue, I said this in a previous video, it's starting to get thinner. It's starting to break down. It's starting to get infected. And there's a lot of reasons that I think I need to get that done. Not just a matter of like self-respect or self-love or anything along that line. It's just I don't want it to get infected and then be stuck in bed for a couple of weeks as I fight off a wish. That's more of a resolution, I think.
Ridiculous.
So I don't know if it's going to happen. And then when it comes to the YouTube channel, I don't know. There's a lot of things going on with the YouTube channel. Obviously, I've upset quite a fair amount of my previous audience. There's a lot of people out there who have very weird misconceptions of me that I'm some sort of monster or something to that effect.
You never know.
Right. But then there's always the YouTube.
He has a character. That's a monster.
To upload here on YouTube. I think you're going to see less rambling videos. Still maybe one or two a month. You'll see the podcast on the new podcast channel. You'll see me talking about video games primarily here.
So this is a lot of his plans here.
I want to do and the things that I want to create.
What about a diet?
It doesn't really matter what you upload for a lot of different reasons. People are very busy. People are getting back into school. People are grinding away at work. They're working and knowing that I'll enjoy making it. So
Okay, we're almost done here.
Out of 2018. I'm so glad to be here in 2019, and I'm looking forward to kicking ass throughout the rest of this year. Now, in order to qualify for that for that penectomy surgery, I need to lose about another 60 pounds. I just stood on my scale a minute ago, and I weighed 560 exactly. Now,
he keeps saying the wrong number. I don't understand. Is this some other metric he's using? Because that's not the right number. I don't know. I got a pop-up here. Might see it there on the screen from someone who's watching me right now. Vegan Jerry. So it looks like he replied to my comment. He's one of the leading soldiers.
What's up
in this
ladies
movement?
And gentlemen?
So there it is. I got 2 thumbs up from this comment so far. I can also give myself one. That was 3. Now I'll give Vegan Jerry a thumbs up. Yep. That's a good start. Back to Boogie.
If you know me, I weighed 550 at my
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, see, 550.
absolute lowest. I put on about 10 pounds over the holiday.
Lois? No. See, I don't understand this. He was never 700. I don't get that.
So I'm doing something, what I'm calling 31 days of clean eating starting this morning. And I hope that
Do you see a problem with that already? But there's another one I cover in my video.
You are willing to join me. Now, I'm following my nutritionist's
advice, which we'll get into on a different day. The video I'm going to be putting up in a couple hours has nothing to do with food or the diet wars. It's more about psychology. He's going about it wrong. I'm going to leave another comment here. Boogie's diet will not work. I'll do daily videos showing why. Okay. So you know it's coming, right? He continues to make mistake after mistake, but he doesn't see that they're mistakes. He continues to blame himself, and he is trapped in the matrix. They have him, the matrix agents out there, the army on the other side. They have convinced him. They have brainwashed him into thinking that the problem is himself. And that he has to keep trying to do what they teach him. What you see on the TV behind me. 10 years of Dr. Oz. And he seems to support a low-carb diet as if that doesn't do anything for you. It's not going to make you thin. What I have labeled, I came up with the term permanent weight loss. Everybody out there is teaching temporary weight loss. It's where you force the weight off with diet trickery, but it doesn't make you a thin person. It means you just force the weight off of you. It could come back if you slap, and you will. With this type of eating, he's going to describe right now. It's what he's doing. It's the reason he's still fat after trying to lose it for at least 10 years.
Advice, and I'm doing exactly what they told me to do. I outlined those details on Twitter. I'm not going to outline them here, but it's basically 31 days of rehab for me. It's a restricted diet without being overly restrictive. And
well, see, he's got part of it. He has part of the solution. He realizes that being overly restrictive is going to get in your way. But that's what the diet did. That's what his surgery did. It made him to where he had to be restrictive because he thought that's the only way. Force yourself to be restrictive. So many people told me to shut up in the comments. He knows what he's doing. He found what's right for him. Whenever you hear that, if it's a red flag, put up your red flag. Right for him means BS. The real world outside of the matrix, there is no individual rules that work for some people. There is universal rules, and it rules the universe. This matrix people are in is not real. It's made up by people, organizations, the diet community, and basically just the ignorant masses that are born into the matrix.
And I think it's the smart decision. I have my nutritionist signing off on this. If you want to join me, don't bother asking me what I'm doing. Don't ask the internet what you should do. You should do what clean eating means to you. But more importantly, you should do what a nutritionist or a doctor tells you to do, because that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, clean eating is one of the ingredients that you should take. My recommended diet, my diet that I made, that it is a clean diet. It's called the carburetor diet. Yeah. But that is just one of the ingredients. You have to put it all together. His diet's still restrictive. And eating clean isn't going to do much for you if you're not eating much of this clean food. You'll lose weight because you're not eating much. But as we know, most people gain it back. And I just explained why. Well, I didn't fully explain it yet. That's for other videos.
I'm making the smart decision to follow my doctor's medical advice and do it.
Oh, that's not a smart decision. See, I'd like to tell him that in the comments right here. Unfortunately, there's got to be like 500 comments already. Let's see, quoting him. Following my doctor's advice is not a smart decision. Fix my spelling. Oh, wow. No, wow. Well, that doesn't make me look smart. Einstein didn't tie his shoelaces when he went out. Spelling is just not natural. In the English language doesn't make logical sense, which is why I'm not good at it. I run on logic. It's got to make sense. Oh man, I just can't believe, doctor. Oh no. Between doctors, nutritionists, and dietitians, the person to best listen to would be a dietitian. It's easy to eliminate the doctor, isn't it? You'd think he'd know this. Doctors are doctors. They're not dietitians. They get very little training in that. And so as they go through their life in the medical construct, which is part of the matrix that people live in this world, they end up getting the wrong idea most of the time. You know, I'm not saying that doctors they don't help people at all. I'm saying basically that what doctors do is unnatural. They don't follow the natural laws. They intervene. And they'll tell you this, that they're intervening on what's naturally going on in your body. Again. But he already has taken the advice of medical professionals in getting the weight loss surgery, bariatric. He was sure that was the answer for him. When's he going to stop listening to himself and listen to nature?
We should all be doing. That said, I hope that if you have a New Year's resolution to lose weight and you lose weight along with me, you can follow me on Twitter. You'll see me tweeting about it. You'll see me tweeting pictures of the scale. I will update here on the channel once or twice, but I don't want to drive it home too much because I know a lot of people you're just sick of it. You're sick of hearing about my mental health. You're sick about hearing about my divorce. You're sick about hearing...
Right. And all of his problems... in him, he is the common denominator here. And he doesn't see that. Actually, people don't get sick of drama. What I'm sick of is that he is not getting anywhere. He continues to believe falsehoods. People, if you're watching right now, you have found the key to getting out of your matrix. They are a mess. They have psychological problems that makes them, I guess, interesting to watch. Like a car accident. See here, I got 3 comments now. Jerry, more comments for you. Thumbs up. And other people, get out there. You know, Bart is directing his army. Have you seen that? I'll show you. Don't go watching him. I'll show you. He has taken my description of him and his people as an army. And you can see that it's like that. He's a general. He's calling himself General Bart now. And he directs his people to go out and put out propaganda for him. He is attacking my community right now. He's been doing it longer than any of us realized. Right? There's always more than you realize. Look at this. Someone says one of Boogie's deluded fans who will, like, they gravitate to the car accidents. This person says, "I know you can do this. I knew that you can do this." He never has... Oh my. Just trying to save one more person out there. Hopefully you can fulfill your goals. Hopefully. Don't hope, people. You know, when it comes to government, you gotta have hope. But here, it's even better. You can take total control over your destiny. Put me in control, Daddy? What the heck is that? Happy New Year's, local noobs. Love you, Boogie. Thank you for all that you do. Videos out of them. Yeah, you can do this. Not by listening to that doctor. And of course, telling people to listen to someone named Carburetor is, you know, I don't know about that, but what are you going to do? Should I get a whiteboard, put on a suit and tie, and call myself a doctor? Well, I just can't do that. But here's people listening to some guy who's got all sorts of mental problems and can't get out of the obese category after 10 years. And his name is Boogie. So maybe it's okay. I think my name is pretty inventive. Yes, it is, by the way. All right, so we wrapped up that video. Now we didn't talk much. Well, never mind. Let's get back to my comments. And I still need to do my overview, the outline of the things I'll be teaching, the things you will need for your journey. Okay, more comments. I like your content, Carby. Just wish you would talk faster. Well, I don't have a script. I got to think about stuff. That's live videos. Everyone's like that in live videos. Now, Boogie talks fast, right? He did in that video. But what did he say? Right. I've noticed the faster you can talk, the less you're really saying. Not going to say anything. You can just talk really fast and not say anything like I'm doing right now. See how it works? It's easy. When you're not saying anything. What was this video about? What did you get out of it? But my videos that aren't live, those are much better. And yeah, there's going to be more of those. These carnivore people don't want to be vegan. They don't have to be. Oh yeah, I should mention. Yeah. Even though I got vegan in my name, yeah. You don't have to be a vegan. To be successful, you can even do my diet well enough to get thin and healthy. people like Vegetable Police and Bobby never really wanted to be vegan. That is correct. Yeah. They're so similar, which is why they think they can get him and bring them into their matrix. Because he's someone who just is willing to just try a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Most so-called vegans are flexitarian. Maybe so. No, I don't know about that. Same thing for the low carbers. Low carbers don't stay low carb. They go on and off it. Just I've made many videos showing the comments in their communities. I'm going back on it. That's what you see. Let's see here. Most people just call themselves vegan, but aren't. I don't think so. Maybe on YouTube, there's a lot of that going on. Because, yeah, they're all nerds over there. They will think that the Diet Matrix is a new Keanu Reeves movie. No, they won't. The problem with your comment to Boogie is that it doesn't really sound any different to what the quacks are saying. Yes, not saying you're wrong, but people want to be able to tell you apart. Yep. Yeah, I know. See, I'm just doing a live video and I can't really think of anything much. Actually, I sound a little different. I sure sound different from everyone Boogie is listening to. It's really hard to convince someone with words because there's so much bad information out there. So many hucksters who are very similar to me. Except they haven't been here 6 years, for one thing. You know, this leader I've been talking about, Meat Militia Army, this guy showed up out of nowhere. Yeah. Boogie's diet is like Gary, it doesn't work. That's one of my trolls. It clearly works. I explained the Matrix pretty well, better than anywhere else, near the beginning of this video. And you can just watch from the beginning when this is over. I can't find your comment anymore, right? It's buried by now. Gotta keep going down. Support the VDC. Some people are still confused as to what being vegan is. They haven't looked into it much. Label vegan is enough to qualify. Oh, yeah. Okay. We've done all the comments. And it's nearing the time to wrap up this video, so I will give you the outline right now. Number 1, our human diet. Yeah, I did talk about that already. There's a diet that any species eats. They all eat the same, except for humans. They're all over the place. So I'll be getting into that. My book also gets into that. I'll be getting into my book. I was in the middle of saying something good.